Got to let my hair down. How's everybody? Lordy. Anyway, I'm here. But shh. Don't tell nobody. It's a secret. So what's going on out there? I'm not sure how bad this time zone thing's going to mess everybody up. Because it messed me up. I'm so used to putting 7 o'clock that I didn't think about the time change. So, it's really only 6 o'clock where or 7 where I'm at, but it's only 6 o'clock where at home. Hey, Benz, how are you, darling? Hi, Carrie. Yeah, this time zone thing threw me off, y'all. Do you guys see me okay? You can hear everything? Hey, Misty, how are you? So how's everybody out there in the world? I am having a lovely, lovely visit with a dear friend that shall remain anonymous. But it's been a lovely few days. I think I got here Saturday evening. I have arrived. I'm getting myself a little mixed up with this time zone, but it's all good. I got here Saturday evening. I think I landed at I think my plane landed at 4, I think. Anyway, we went Monday. Got my hair done, of course, as most of you guys have seen by now. Thanks, Miss Christy. How are you, sis? How's Cindy doing? And then Tuesday, yesterday, we didn't do a whole lot. We went into town, went to Dollar Tree. I picked up a few little hair dealies, because everything I have are my big scrunchies for long hair. Hey, Rosanna, how are you, darling? So I picked up these little clippies. I don't know if y'all can see them. The ladies will know what I'm talking about. These little alligator clippy things, those small ones. Hey, Lippy. How are you, darling? So I picked up a pack of those and a couple little small barrettes where I could just pull, just this back and get it out of my face. Skeeter! A humanitarian mission. It is definitely could be considered. Could be. How are you, Mr. Skeeter? Love you. But today was, I guess for lack of better terms, I guess a lazy day. We were both just really tired. Both of us had stuff we needed to do to take care of ourselves, so we took a nap, and then I've been spending a lot of time out on the back porch because she has an absolutely gorgeous backyard. That's where I was at when I did the words video. Hey, Mr. Buddy. How are you, darling? How's your mama? If you saw the words video, I don't know if you guys saw that. I posted it yesterday evening. It's on my channel. Just my thoughts. That's really what it is. It's an unusual video for my channel. It's not something I usually do. But in this instance, it's just been on my heart. So I put it out there. And I've got fairly positive feedback from just about everybody. Thank you, Carrie. Thank you. It's just something I think we need to hear. And I've gotten responses from people in Germany and Canada and Australia that have said it's not just there. The same thing happens here. So I just think that we need to do that. We need to be careful what we say. And we need to be thinking positive thoughts instead of all this negative BS going around in the world. Because it irritates me. You guys know me and been with me for a while. I'm the positive, upbeat person. Hey, Debbie, how are you, darling? Debbie was one of those that said that video needed to go viral because there were millions of people that needed to hear it, which was a beautiful comment. Thank you for that, Debbie. I know. You suppose Andy will recognize me when I get home, buddy? He might think I'm a whole nother woman. Or my dog. He's not going to know what to think. But you know what's funny is I still catch myself with old habits. I'm good. Thank you, Debbie. I'm good. Like when I got dressed this morning and I pulled my shirt on and I went like this to get my hair out of my shirt. And I don't know, you couldn't see the back in the pictures. The back is gone. It's just, it fades down into nothing back here. It's gone. When I go to bed at night, same thing. When I go to bed, I keep wanting to gather it up and put it on my pillow. Absolutely. Absolutely, Lippy. So it's been nice to have the response it did. I have not had even, I don't even think one negative comment at all. But yeah, so that today was kind of a lazy day. I was very, very blessed. She has been cooking for me, and I don't eat this well at home, y'all. I am so blessed. But this morning was breakfast tacos with some potatoes and some sausage from VW Farms and some, onions and stuff and eggs and tortillas. It was, oh, they were so good. And supper was spaghetti and meatballs. We had some snacks here along the way. She's got lots of fresh fruit that I've been enjoying and a few little nibbles. Went to the dollar store. Miss Wanda, we thought of you. I bought a bag of candy corn. I have to remind myself, don't eat the whole bag. I don't need a whole bag of candy corn. What do you think, Miss Allison? Does it work? It's quite a change, isn't it? Yet tomorrow is lobster day. I'm sorry, Lippy. I have to do it. I have to say this. I know you probably miss good seafood from being down in Louisiana and all that. But yeah, tomorrow we are going somewhere, and I forget where. I just know it's on the water to see the sunset. But we are also having lobster rolls, which I am just really looking forward to. Thanks, Debbie. Sorry, y'all. I have bifocals, so I keep tilting my head to read it. I'm sorry if you're looking at my nose, but so Montauk Point. That's where we're going. We're going to Montauk Point. We're going to see the sunset and all that, and then we're going to no, Lippy, don't do that to me. We're going for the hot. That's what I'm having. So that's going to be awesome. Like I said, we really didn't plan a whole bunch of stuff because with things going on in the world, neither one of us want to be exposed to anything unnecessarily. And it saves us a lot of money. But Lippy, I love you. I just love you, darling. So, but yeah, we intentionally did not plan a whole bunch of, events and all that. It really was about just being able to hang out, to visit, to relax, not spending a whole lot of money and going crazy. Just having girl time has been amazing. And being able to sit out on the back porch and listen to the birds and the breeze blowing. She's got a cute little animals and pets and the chickens, and it has been so peaceful and so quiet. It's just amazing. I have enjoyed it. I have relaxed so very much, and I'm being spoiled rotten. I'm not going to want to go home, but home I must eventually. So I will be here. I think I fly out Monday afternoon. I think I get back to Tennessee somewhere around 5 o'clock, I think, Monday evening, something like that. Yes, Max. Max is adorable. You just can't mind his breath. I was telling Allison about that. I love him. He's a sweetheart. But that cat's got the worst breath of any cat I've ever seen in my life. I don't get it. The kitty's been to the vet. There's no mouth issues, no bad teeth, no nothing. Come here, sweetheart. This is Max. This is Max. Max likes to climb up on your shoulder just like this. And this is Max. He's a big boy. He is a big boy. Thank you. Oh, I know. Are you going to love on me? Hmm? I know it. This is Max. Oh, isn't he precious? He's just precious. He's a big boy, though, y'all. Look at him. I mean, he's a big boy. He's heavy. He loves to do this one. This is his favorite. He is a big boy, Christy. You are absolutely right. But he's just the sweetest thing. He's so lovable. He came in with me today and cuddled up on the bed next to me, took a nap. Okay, thanks, buddy. But he's just a sweetheart. And there's a puppy dog, too. A puppy dog is Muffin. He gets very insistent if you stop petting him. He'll sometimes turn around and smack you in the face, or like he's doing now. You see him rubbing. Junkyard! Lord, I hope not. Skeeter. I saw a meme on Facebook earlier today. In fact, it said, ladies always date a man that likes big butts because they cannot lie. And I started laughing. What? Huh? What are you doing? What are you doing? He's just such a sweet boy, but he got some razor sharp claws. Oh my goodness. Razor sharp. Hey, speaking of, hey, remember we had this talk. No claws, remember? So anyway, that's how my week's been going. Would you stop, please? Stop. After a while, if he doesn't behave, he knows he gets put down. So, well, not put down. He gets put on the floor. I make him get out of my arms. Y'all know what I meant. So what's been going on with all of y'all? Tell me something. We've been talking about me long enough. What's going on with y'all? He just purring away. You want to say hi to all our friends out there? You say hi to all our friends out there? Yes, I am ready for fall. And Junkyard, I am not in a place of ill repute. This is a nice place. Yes, he's very insistent when he wants your attention. He is very insistent. It is. It's beautiful out here too, Junkyard. The weather has been just beautiful. So, like 69, and I sit out there till, so long in the evenings. And I got my friend hooked on Heartland. Has anybody out there seen Heartland on Netflix? I got her hooked on it. So now she's like every night we're watching episode after episode. And normally she goes to bed, early, 8, 9 o'clock at the latest. And here she is at 11 o'clock. And she's like, no, I can't watch another episode. I got to stop. Okay, be careful, Allison. 3/4 of an inch. Hey, at this point in time, everything helps, right? Hey, are you ready to get down? Hey, Mary Beth, how are you, darling? Are you feeling better? Hey, are you ready to get down? Because if you don't stop, you're getting down. I know. Not to mention that he's heavy. Oh, my goodness, excuse me. Now he's making my nose itch. Excuse me, y'all. Okay, here. How about you sit right beside me on the couch? How's that? Come on. No, you gotta let go. Come on. There you go. No, I don't want to hold you. You're heavy. It's not so bad when I'm in the other room on the main couch because it's got big fat arms on the side. This one doesn't. These have got little wooden ones. But I can rest my arm up there and he's really laying on the couch and not me. But oh, your pit bull is about like the dog. Yeah, my pit does not like them at all. Andy's pit is the same way. She'll go hide. So will he. He'll go hide under the covers. Getting Cindy fed. What is Cindy having? I just love that girl. She's such a sweetheart. I haven't seen her in a while. In fact, the last time I saw her, she had just gotten out of the hospital up here. Well, back home anyway. Oh, crapola. So is everybody else getting this nicer weather we're having, or is it still hot for y'all? Cheeseburger and taters. Yummy. Can't beat that. And I know she likes taters. It's just been beautiful here. Absolutely. It's been a little bit warm in the afternoons, but not horrible. Like mid-upper 80s in a couple days. But there's a couple days that we barely got out of the 70s, which is most of it. And then down like the 60s in the evening. It's just been beautiful to sit out here. I've loved it. I'm really not going to want to go home. 79 there where you're at. I don't know what it is here. I'd have to go look at my app, and I'm using my phone at the moment to talk to y'all. So Still hot in Huntsville, 83 now. You know what's crazy, Debbie, is Andy will be coming to Huntsville set Friday to fix a. She had a big tree in that last storm that knocked a big whole half the tree down. He's probably going to have to take the whole tree down, but um, yeah, the humidity's really low here too. So he's got to go Friday to Huntsville to do his nannies. No 90s. That's about typical Texas weather this time of year, though. Yeah, I hear you. No, the tree fell into the yard itself. She has a pretty decent yard. She's on a corner lot, so it's a really big lot. And it fell into the yard itself. Didn't hit anybody. Part of it's resting on one of the other trees. But he's going to have to go, obviously, cut that up for her, get it out of the yard, and probably take the rest of the tree down, you know, so it doesn't fall as well, because the tree's obviously been weakened. And I was thinking about you earlier. I was talking to him, and I said, darn, you're going to Huntsville. I could go have lunch with Debbie. Oh, wait, I'm not going to be there. I don't go home till Mondays. But I thought about you. Misty, I live in Beach Bluff. It's about an hour and a half west of Nashville. So I'm probably from Knoxville a little bit further than that. I mean, it's not a horrible drive. It takes me about an hour and a half, hour and 40 minutes to get to the airport in Nashville. But if you look, if you can find Jackson, Tennessee, if you know where that's at, it's like literally midways between Memphis and Nashville. And we are about 25 miles southeast of Jackson. We did have to wear a mask, but there's no search. I usually have like the cart assistance, you know, the golf cart things. I can walk okay, but long distances are really tough for me, especially when I'm carrying a bunch of stuff. So it's been cold and wet. Holy cow, you guys have had some hot 90s this year, Kiri. But normally I get through security and all that, and then one of the golf carts would pick me up and take me to my gate. Well, the airport in Nashville, the Southwest Terminal, is not as big as some. They don't actually have the golf cart service. So I was actually in a wheelchair, and they just rolled me down there. But it was kind of like, okay, I felt like I was getting this royal treatment, though, because they also roll you down the gangway to get on the plane. So I was the first one on the plane. I live 5 minutes from Ann. Literally, 5 minutes. It's about 3-4 miles. I know exactly where she is. In fact, she lived on our property when she first got down here. She stayed with us in her van. Do not eat New York City salsa. Hey, Sharon, how are you, darling? How are things there? But so I have a wheelchair. Well, if you take a wheelchair in one, you get it in the other. So although I really, like I said, I can walk. I'm not. It's just carrying a lot of things is tough for me if we're long distances. So I usually get myself through security, and then I catch the riding carts to the gate. Well, since they don't offer that, I said, well, it's okay. We'll just give you a wheelchair. We'll have somebody take you down there. So when you go to wheelchair, you don't bypass security, but you bypass the lines. They take you all the way up to the little detectors where you got to either walk through or do the body scan. Sometimes I can do the body scan. Sometimes I can't, because I can't always, like now, this shoulder kind of comes about to here, and then it doesn't want to go. So to put that thing like this way over your head is very difficult. But because I am technically disabled, I can go through the regular walk-through metal detector, and then they'll use the wand as well, and they'll bring my wheelchair around. And it's funny, though, they even check the wheelchair. Like when they bring the wheelchair through, that they have a TSA agent that inspects it and runs his hands all over it, checks for any pockets, anything stuck to the bottoms, all that. They check the wheelchair too. And then as soon as I walk through, they use the wand. I'm allowed to hold on to the gate thing for balance if I need it. And then I just get back in the wheelchair, and they take me down to the gate. And then when it's time to board the plane, everybody in the wheelchairs are brought in first. So they take me, and I just happen to be sitting there first because I got there early. And the good thing about that is you get your choice of seats. And I always sit right there at the bulkhead in the front because I've got so much extra leg room, which is better for my knee. Because you guys know how my knee gets, and walking, if I get cramped up and I can't move my legs around, I really have a hard time walking when I get back up. So I love the bulkhead because it's right there. So it was nice. And then the gentleman that sat in the same row with me, there was an empty seat between us. And oh, I got a story to tell y'all in a second. Hold on. But the gentleman that sat there, he was with his wife and two children, and they were taking his daughter to college, and it was cheaper for them to fly for whatever reason. But they are from Texas, from Buda, Texas, which is not far from me. I'm sure Carrie knows where Buda is. But they were from Buda, Texas, and she was going to college somewhere here in New York. I don't know which college I don't, he told me, but I don't remember what it was. But it was just nice to chat with somebody from home, so to speak, for a little bit. And then we both ended up going to sleep, and we slept most of the flight. But y'all get this. Like I said, I don't usually use a wheelchair. Usually I just get the carts. But I'm sitting here. The guy comes to get me, and he's Middle Eastern is all I can tell you. I don't, honestly, and I don't mean this in a discriminatory way at all, but I don't know how to tell somebody from Pakistan to Afghanistan to India. I just know Middle Eastern, that region, okay? Which is why I say that. But we start to go, and he says, asked me if I needed to stop for anything, and we were passing one of the little smaller cart things that's just got, drinks and a couple little snacks. And I said, well, I would like to get a water, please. So we stopped there. I got a water. We take off from there, and he says, and I kid y'all not, he says, do you need to stop anywhere else, like maybe an ATM for tip money? No, I'm fine, thank you. I had already had a couple dollars in my hand because like I said, I don't normally use them, but I do believe in helping people out or being appreciative when somebody helps me. So I already had a couple dollars folded in my hand that I had gotten change back from getting my water that I had intended to give him. Well, do you need to stop at an ATM, like maybe to get some tip money? No, I'm fine. I'm good. Let me start going. Then he proceeds to tell me, well, most of us, we work for tips. We only make $7.25 an hour, and they expect us to live on that. So if we don't have our tips, then it's really hard for us. Oh, yeah, I can see where that'd be rough. Well, we're almost to where we're going. Yeah. So we get there, and I thought, I'm still going to be better than that. I'm going to be the person that I am, despite the fact that I think what he did was rude as all get out. I'm still going to offer him the couple bucks that I had. So I go to hand it to him. He looks down at it, and he looks at me. You can just give that to the next one. Maybe it'll be a decent tip for them. You can add it to theirs. It's like, I didn't give him a dime. I snatched my hand back, and I said, you know what? I think I will. I didn't give him nothing. I told Allison when I got here, I said, I didn't give him a dang thing. I'm not doing it. But I just thought it was rude. Can y'all believe that? My chat is not scrolling. I got to catch up. Hey, Tim. How are you, darling? Welcome back, Lippy. I'm got you. My chat, for some reason, was not moving, y'all. Let me catch up real quick. Freaky. No rocket straps. Yeah, it was crazy, y'all. It was just crazy. I could be on Mars. You never know. Hey, Cher. Yeah, I thought it was incredibly rude, but I'm still going to, tell myself I'm going to be the better person. I'm going to still do what I think is in my heart right. And even when he saw it, it wasn't enough of a tip for him because it was only a couple bucks. I'm not rich. I don't have that kind of money. Thank you, Sharon. I just don't have that kind of money. I'm sorry. I can't afford to give you a $10 tip. I don't have that kind of money. So I bought a bottle of water with a $5 bill, and there was $2 and change left, and that's what I had in my hand. I did, however, take his advice and added it to the $2 that I had set aside for the person who picked me up from the plane and took me to baggage claim, so he got a $4 tip. I did. But I just thought that was so rude. I don't know why my chat is not working. Yeah. There was a part of me that wanted to just be, and it's kind of funny that it comes on the heel of what I said about words and making your choices of what words you're going to use. My first reaction was, I'm going to call Southwest because that's ridiculous. What if he does this to somebody else? That's rude. I'm sure they don't want their employees behaving like that. I'm just going to do it. And then I thought, nope, not going to do it. Because I'm going to choose to be kind. I'm going to choose to put myself above that, to not get angry, to not hold a grudge, to not... I don't know what's going on in his world. You know, I don't. I would hope to think that he's not that rude to every passenger. I kind of doubt that, but it's possible. I don't know. So I didn't do anything, and I'm not going to do anything. I just left it in God's hands. I said, well, Lord, I don't know what's going on with him, but maybe you can touch his heart, because it was rude as heck. What's up with you, Miss Sherry? You feeling better? Was that a soup and salad only? Yeah, I've had that before happen too. And I will tell you, at buffets, I always leave $1 because they do bring me my drinks, you know, but I rarely leave more than $1 at a buffet. Shh. It's a secret, undisclosed location, Cher. Ain't that the truth, Lippy? But yeah, it's been a beautiful trip, Cher. We've just enjoyed it and relaxed and sitting out on the porch, listening to the animals, feeling the breeze. It's just been nice. Your lower back's killing you, yeah. That's kind of one of those damned if you do, damned if you don't. You get one thing to start feeling better and something else decides to act up, don't it? Not the way it works. It does for me. Tell it to stop. I painted my fingernails. I don't know. I got a wild hair at my butt. We went to Dollar Tree yesterday. I think I told y'all earlier I actually bought fingernail polish. See, I painted my fingernail. They don't look anywhere near professionally done, but they're done. I might as well be girly while I'm here, because I can't be girly when I get home. That's for sure. Cher asked Daryl why my chat won't keep scrolling on my phone. Thanks, Debbie. Yeah, I don't get a chance to be girly at home much. So one of the pigs, right before I left, I think on last Thursday, I think it was, one of the 3 pigs went to freezer camp. One of our neighbors... Even the poor town, the section of town is better than where is the rich area compared to mine. Yeah, it's possible, Carrie. It's very possible. That is so true, Freaky. Yeah, there is still a Dollar Tree. It's in Hamptons Bay, I think is the name of the little town. She can correct me if I'm wrong. Hamptons Bay, I think, is what the name of the town. It's not far. It's just a little neighboring town. But let me tell you, the coast is absolutely gorgeous. It is so pretty out here. But well, you know, the way I looked at it, Kiri, if there were ever a time that I could afford a mansion, I could probably afford to pay somebody to clean it. But even if I could, I don't think I would. Ask them what's half price. There are some beautiful places, though. I mean, really beautiful places. And it's the area is gorgeous. And her house is amazing, y'all. I mean, oh my gosh, it's an old farm style house. It's still got all the wood casing and the old wooden doors and, you know, window casings that are wide enough for me to put my cup in it comfortably, just sit by the window, you know. And the doors, the mechanisms for the doors are these square metal things. Buddy probably knows what I'm talking about. And they got the handle kind of offset at one side, and they just almost like skeleton key almost looking lock things. I don't know how to describe them. I'm no carpenter. But this house is gorgeous. It's got the old tall flat baseboards, the wood casings everywhere on the doors. It is absolutely gorgeous. The wood floors, it is gorgeous. Me too. Yeah, Family Dollar is a little bit higher. This was an actual Dollar Tree, so everything was a buck. It was cool. But I took Allison in there and she picked up a couple things, but I have to be careful. I could go broke in a Dollar Tree. Oops, sorry, y'all. That would be, yeah, I could go broke in a Dollar Tree. But like I said, I just picked up a few hair things, a couple barrettes, and some nail polish, a little toothbrush thing. And I've been looking for these packs for freaking ever. My Dollar Tree's been out of them forever. They've got a toothbrush, a tongue thing where you can scrub your tongue scraper, and it's got the little mirror where you could look at your back teeth if you needed to, you know what I'm talking about? And then it's got the pick that's got the two little sharp hook things where you can really get into small crevices. And I've been looking for one of them forever. The rest of it I didn't need. I really wanted the pick. Freaky. Oh, goodness. But yeah, so I picked up one of those because they had one. It was cool. What else did I get? I don't remember. I got a couple little things like I said, candy corn, some nail polish remover. I think I spent maybe, I don't know, 15 bucks, something like that. Nothing major. Yeah, well, you kind of live in the boonies, Carrie. Amen to that one, Christy. It would be easy. Believe me, it would be easy. It would be beyond easy, actually. I have to remind myself that, no, you can't do that. Ow. Yeah, it is. And I love everything they have there, but it's really cool. But I was able to take Allison in there. I said, when you're talking seasonal decorations, you almost can't beat Dollar Tree. They've got some of the cutest stuff, and it's a buck. M&M's are $1. Well, you do have to watch even Dollar Tree and dollar stores. And, because some things are $1 there, especially in the food section. You could get a can of soup for 87 cents at Walmart that cost you $1 at the Dollar Tree. But if you went in there for a few other things and all you needed was that can of soup, the 13 cents different is not worth a trip to Walmart. So it's still worth the $1 that you would spend there while you're there, because you spend a whole lot more in gas going to Walmart. But she did get the tour. She did. But it's an amazing store. I mean, there is so much there that's just totally worth going in there, But and it's not too far from her. It's a little bit. It's in Riverhead. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think Riverhead. So it took us a few minutes to get there. But if you're going that way anyway, it's worth the stop. Ooh, which one got loose? I'm glad you caught her, though. Yeah, you can get checked out pretty quick there. There's not just big crowds of people all the time. If you are a crafter and you have not lately checked out Crafter Square in Dollar Trees, and they are in the process of every Dollar Tree nationally is getting vamped up with their Crafter Square sections. If they don't already have one, they will. If they have one, they're going to be expanded. So if you are a crafter DIY, you need to do that. Luana. I thought that might have been her. I thought it might have been. But it's crazy, though. But yeah, I could go broke in a Dollar Tree easily. I buy Luani. Christy's dogs are so beautiful. They're a handful and they are a mess, but they're beautiful. I saw that too, Debbie. I hadn't seen one in person, but I saw one on YouTube. YouTube or Dollar Tree Plus, and there were some things that were like $3 and $4. I thought, huh. Hey, Andy. You missed me yet? Yeah, I haven't seen one in person, but I did see something on Dollar Tree or on YouTube that was talking about it. I'm not sure it'd be worth it to me because some of the things they were showing, I thought, it's not something I would pay that for. I just don't. Oh, look at you. Aren't you just the sweetest? Andy's been taking care of Bo for me as well. And he says he's going to have my new, larger air conditioner put in by the time I get home. We'll see. He's been really busy the last few days. Do you, Mary Beth? Do you like going in there? She'll send me home eventually. I've been getting spoiled over here, though, just so you know. You be prepared for that when I get home. She's been spoiling me. Not sure how long he'll get to hang around with us. I know very well what it's like to try to watch a live stream in our house. It's hard. He'll end up being like 5 minutes behind us, just trying to figure out from chat what's going on. I mean, it can be very frustrating, very. But it's just crazy. Yeah, I kind of agree, Mary Beth. I just think it's stuff I can pick up for Walmart for $2. I mean, you know. Hey, Bub, how are you? I'm sorry if you've been here and I missed you. I'm sorry, but hi. Yeah, we definitely have that. Absolutely, Kira. Try to follow along. There's a couple people that I just have to read the chat to figure out what we're talking about and hope I'm right. But do the best I can with what I got for sure. Although we will be getting it pretty soon. His dad's already gotten the email. They are all this year. They were installing fiber optic lines through the entire county to get, because where we're at, the only thing that's available currently was satellite. And yes, you are one of those people I sometimes have to read 3 times freaky, but I love you for it because it makes me smile. But anyway, the light company got together with the county and, used some county and federal funds to get high-speed internet available to everybody in the county. Been running the fiber optic lines all year. And now they are starting to do the installations. One of our neighbors and his friends has already got his installed. And I know his dad got the email saying, okay, we're ready to go. Call us. We'll get you scheduled. So hopefully within the next few weeks, we will be on high-speed internet, fiber optic. No more satellite. No more going out in the rain. No more falling behind. We'll have decent speeds, and hopefully we'll be able to keep up the live streams again. That's what I'm hoping anyway. That's what I'm hoping. Yeah. We're not going to talk about him, Junkyard, because I would get ugly. And I'm trying to be nice. I'm trying to be nice. So yeah, we're both excited about having decent internet. You think that would work, Freaky? Oh, and straws. I bought straws at Dollar Tree because, y'all look, I found long straws. Y'all can see this is a big tumbler. And this little thing here, the expander thing, is not even out all the way. It would come up to like here. Long straws. I was like, yes. That's true, Freaky. Well, unless you got caught, then it would be a little bit of harm, but hold on. But honey, I love you. Yeah, Bo does that too. Sometimes we're lucky to have internet at all, that's for sure, Junkyard. Sometimes we're just lucky to have it, period. Dandelions work. Then I could make tea as well, right? I have some beautiful calendula salve that Allison made that I have absolutely been enjoying. It's helping clear up these little things I had on my side of my head. Yeah, sometimes it is very slow. You are right. Sometimes it's non-existent. But now, if I want to be on the internet at 3 o'clock in the morning, it's usually okay because nobody's using the satellite. They're all asleep. But do I want to be up at that hour? All right, honey, be careful. Give my Bodog hugs and kisses for me. I miss my Bodog. I miss my Andy. There are parts of home I miss. I don't miss the grass. I don't miss a lot of things, but I do miss a whole lot of things. Hey, well, that works, right? Hey, Teresa, how are you, darling? Yep, I'm in bed at that hour, too. I do stay up sometimes late, but not that late. It's kind of like the time change here, and I'm thinking, well, it's 11 o'clock, and I'm not even going, But then at home, it's only 10. It took me a couple days to get used to the difference. Thank you, Teresa. Well, I don't have, without Wi-Fi, my cell phone doesn't work at the house unless I go up to the road because we sit in a bowl. So unless I go up to the road, I don't have cell signals. My dog knows better, Carrie. He knows better. Don't wake me. Unless it's an emergency, he does not wake me up till at least daylight. Then he'll start nudging me if he needs to go out. But usually by then, Andy's already come in. Andy comes in and feeds him in the morning. It's not necessary, but it's just kind of one of their bonding things. And he so looks forward to it every morning. As soon as Andy comes outside and he hears him, Bo goes and sits by the door, and he's got his little peek hole out the bottom of the window, and he just sits there, and every time he sees Andy walk by, his little tail just wags and wags. And then when Andy starts coming through the gate, he comes and jumps back up on the bed with me, and he gets all excited, and he waits. It's kind of one of their things. He looks so forward to that. So yes, technically I can feed my dog in the morning, but he looks forward to Andy doing it. So it's pretty cool. So what else would you guys like to talk about? Andy's still got, before I forget, the cutting boards and stuff. In fact, I'm going to borrow this one because it's here. But look at this, y'all. Is that not gorgeous? They're so beautiful. And we had made a few extra that we're going to be taking to Kentucky, but since we decided that I cannot take the risk myself, just my personal, opinion, I'm not going a whole lot of public places. I know, yes, I made this trip, and before anybody says anything or leaves me dirty comments after the fact, this trip was already planned and paid for. So originally I was coming up here and then driving down. Well, the trip itself was already booked, planned, and paid for. I was extremely careful in the airports. I pretty much stuck to myself. I made sure I wore my mask. I had my hand sanitizers, washed my hands frequently. When we got in the car, I had used it again. We came home and I went in and washed my face and hands, and, all of that good stuff. Was very careful. And like I said, we haven't really been going anywhere much other than to get my hair done and the Dollar Tree. It's only two places we've been, and we followed kind of those same precautions, for the most part. But I just don't feel like I can risk going to a large group, and a large gathering for me, it makes me nervous. So thanks, Debbie. Have a good evening, sweetheart. But yeah, I just don't want to do whole large groups. Yeah, Allison's the same, and I know Lippy did a video. It was the same for her. We all have autoimmune diseases. And, yeah, see Lippy, them also. We all have autoimmune diseases. And Lippy and Buddy now have his mother there. Andy and I have his parents there who are very, very active in the church. That is 99% elderly. So if their parents get exposed, they could easily expose others. Not to mention my autoimmune. It just, the numbers around are just too high for us to risk it. Yeah, we're absolutely gonna miss everybody, bub. I mean, we all were looking forward to it. We were looking forward to getting together and getting to see each other and old friends, and we were all looking forward to it. And we're bummed that we can't, but I just, my personal decision for me, and I know I'm sure for some of the others that aren't going to make it, it's the same thing. It's just a personal choice. And there's a lot of other factors you have to think about. It's not just me. In this case, it is me, especially me, but also, like I said, we're with his parents a lot, and they are elderly, and then neither of them are in the greatest of health. You know, he's going Friday to his nanny's house to help fix a tree that came down. Well, we can't expose Nanny to that. That's true. That's true, Freaky. I have some girlfriends that I'm very close to, and we Marco a lot. But, we talk back and forth, and talk to my mom, and I talk to a few other people, a few other friends that I'm close to. One of my um, brother and sister-in-law, different people that I'm close to, and that's cool. Freaky, you are so bad. But yeah, it'll get better. It does hurt. You're absolutely right. You worked so hard on that. I know Lippy did a ton of work because I had been talking to her a little bit. I was going to help with some of the stuff when we got there. And I had approached her offering, if there's something I can help you with. And I had talked to Teresa as well. And so I know how much work went into this. And it does hurt. It's because you had all your, the plans, and it's easy to get excited, looking forward to meeting new people, to seeing all the fruits of the labor come together, seeing everything work. But yeah, it is. Let's throw snakes later on. Lippy and snakes don't get along. She tends to eliminate them quickly. Have you watched some of her videos? She's a snake eliminator. But yeah, it does. It's hurts because everybody was looking forward to it, and I know there's still a lot of people that have said it's not either a risk they can take, or there have been struggles that hit unexpected, unforeseen life circumstances that have prevented them from coming. And I hope whoever goes is enjoys themselves. I hope it's a great time by all. I will be in this foreign country till Monday. I fly home Monday evening. No, I said Miss Lippy, myself, Allison, we all three have autoimmune issues and stuff, conditions that we deal with. And there's just not worth the risk to me. As much as I love everybody, y'all don't misunderstand what I'm saying. I love everybody. I was looking forward to seeing everybody, but there's not many people on this planet that I love more than myself. I love God. I love my family, myself, and then my friends come after that. And that's just the way it is. And that doesn't mean to be offensive to anyone. It's just the priorities that I set in my life. And I don't need to get sick. I can't afford it. Yep, there's a seed swap there. You are. Buddy's afraid of snakes. You're the Terminator. Yep. I will. He was here last week, Skeeter. He stopped in. Last week was my birthday live, and he stopped in, which was sweet. A lot of people stopped by last week to tell me happy birthday, which was wonderful. It made me smile, made my day, and that was cool. But if I see him, I'll pass on your message. I do, and it's nothing personal against anyone else, and it really isn't. And I've gotten some negative feedback from it. I've had some flash. I've had a couple people make comments, and I'm sorry you don't understand that, but it's my personal choice to make. Stella! All it's missing now is Allie. No, I don't do them at all. Mm-mm. You are freaky. You were sort of right for a different reason, but still right. I know, right? It's been crazy, Ben. It's been crazy. This whole thing has just been nuts. I hear you, buddy. I wish I could show you the back of my shirt and y'all could read it. I can't do it here because of the way this is situated, but it's got a picture of a pig in the middle of it. And at the top, it says Lord. Instead of Lord, it says Lord have mercy. It's really cute. Allison liked it. It's a cute shirt. I got it at, I think it was Menards in Ohio when I went to see Sherry. Oh, it's not really a secret because I talked about it on my lives several times before I came up here. I'm in New York with Allison. I'm in the Hamptons, Stella. I've been hobnobbing with the rich folk. Yeah, me too, Bob. Me too. I would like to see life get back to a little bit of normalcy for sure. Absolutely. You know, it's all just been crazy. So we got 8 more minutes. Anybody have any burning desires that we need to talk about? Questions? Anything I can answer? Anything you've always wanted to know about me but were too afraid to ask? That's loaded. I could get some interesting answers. Oh my goodness, Red Duchess. Hi Mark, how are you, darling? It's good to see you. All right, Freaky. Love you, darling. Thank you. Mark, you guys going to picnic this year? I love seeing friends that I haven't talked to in a while. It's awesome. No, I will not, Freaky. I do still sing. I do. I probably need to get back into that and get some more of them on my channel, but I do. I love to sing. Thank you, Junkyard. Oh, thank you, Camo. How are you, darling? Thank you. It's definitely different. It's taken me some getting used to. I was talking early at the beginning. I said I still do things out of habit. Like, I still do things out of habit. Like when I put my t-shirt on this morning, I went like this to gather my hair and pull it out of the shirt. And of course, there's nothing there. It's like super short in the back. Or when I go to sleep at night, I always gather it up and put it on my pillow. I still reach to do that. I have, Carrie. Yeah, I absolutely understand that, Mark. I have, Carrie. It's still in processing. It's been submitted, but I haven't heard back the first letter yet. I'm sure it'll get denied. You'll have to go through several times, but oh, that's a good point, Freaky. I'll have to ask Joan. I bet his mama would get one for me. His mama would make me one. But you're right. I might need that. Aw, thank you, Benz. I try. It's nice to be able to sing a lot. You know, this time of year, and it was really bad allergies for me, and I always got really sick, and we didn't know why. And of course, since being diagnosed with the RA, excuse me, and getting that treated, um, it's way easier to take care of. That's for sure. I got some of these little clips. You know, I don't like my hair in my face, and of course, when I bend down, this falls, and it drives me nuts. So I bought some of these little clips at Dollar Tree, so I can just kind of, oops, just kind of pull it up and off to the side, and it keeps it out of my face. Or earlier, I had it pulled up, you know, right in the middle like this. Just clip back while we were doing stuff around here. Just to keep it out of my face. You know what I mean? But it definitely feels strange even to, you know, run my fingers through it. Love you, Freaky. Yeah, mine was always in a ponytail. I can't stand my hair in my face or getting in my way. Was it Ben's? I didn't know that. It's one of my favorite songs too, and I love that song. Believe it or not, funny story. If y'all didn't know this, when I put Tennessee whiskey on my channel, I actually was recovering from bronchitis. I was struggling to use some of those notes. A couple people asked me if I'd redo it now that I feel better. It gets bad. Yeah, they did, Allison, 3 or 4 times, like because I was watching. And sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. Forgive that. I don't know why Messenger pops in like that. It shouldn't when I'm recording, but she was. Getting dark, but she was slipping. There was so much, like when I first got there, she cut off like this much just before she ever shampooed it, you know, and it was on the floor. And then she was cutting because the back, we took so much off the back, it was falling on the floor. She's cutting, but then she would go to move and you could see her foot slide like this. And when they saw her sliding, one of the other people that wasn't doing anything would come run the broom and sweep it all. 3 or 4 times they had to sweep the floor because there was so much hair. But it's definitely lighter and way easier for me to brush. That was the other thing I bought at Dollar Tree, was a small round brush, because my big fat one that I use for long heavy hair, it won't work with this hairstyle. So we got 3 more minutes. Anybody else have a question? You can have some of mine. I can go get it. It's probably still in the trash can. Thanks, Camo. I need to redo it now that I don't have bronchitis. So maybe I can actually hit those notes better. I listen to it and I cringe because I hear all the mistakes. But everybody seems to enjoy it anyway. I get most of my swelling in my left foot as well, mostly. Now, I don't get as bad as some. I honestly do not, especially since I've gotten the blood pressure under control, but it's still, if I'm on my feet too long, they will for sure. All right, y'all. It's time for us to go. It's time for me to say goodnight. Oh, no, I'm sorry to hear that, Camo honey. But thank you all so much for being here, for hanging out with me. I hope you guys all have a great, great time. Next week, I will be back at home, back to my normal time slot. Got all that mixed up today with the time change, but you guys have a great evening. Thank you for being here. I love you all so much. Good night, guys. Bye-bye.